I just want to warn you. If you have one of those cognitive enhancers supplements around your house, those neuroprotective compounds, the fish oil blends, go put the show on pause and go take it right now, because you will seriously, from listening to it, you are now dumber for having heard Steve Schmidt talk. Here's Captain Toolbox, Steve Schmidt. Listen, folks, here's the thing. Whenever you're looking for the dumbest takes of the day, the month, possibly the decade, you can always go to this guy's. Can I give you, again, point of personal privilege, my podcast? Yeah, for those of you in the I get a lot of emails. Joe does too. Hey, we want to start a podcast. You have advice? My advice now, sadly, is don't, because there's so many podcasts. It's crazy. Like, we were in this 5 years. I'm serious. Like, it's just like there's podcasts everywhere. Like my mother-in-law's dogs have a podcast now. Guy actually sat next to me in church asking me how to start a podcast during the mass.
No kidding.
I'm not messing with that. Actually happened.
Holy.
But point of personal privilege, advice. If you're starting a conservative podcast, listen, follow your dreams. I'm not here to tell you no. It's a tough business. And you want really dumb takes from people who think they're smarter than you. Remember, they think they're smarter than you, but they have IQ. They're really a lot dumber. Always go to the Twitter account of fake Republican Steve Schmidt, who is seriously now not commentators, because we all know the Dan Bongino guideline system. The dumbest guy in media, Brian Stelter. The second dumbest, Chuck Todd. It's always a race 1 and 2. Stelter's not lost the lead yet. But for dumbest commentator, not host, this guy is gotta be 1, 2, maybe 3. No lower than 3, Steve Schmidt. Here's Steve Schmidt talking about a president who's just been impeached by tyrannical Democrats, who the courts have in an unprecedented manner engaged in national injunctions outside of their power structure to stop this president, alleging that this president, who's been ruthlessly attacked with fake hoaxes, is now a king. He's a king, Joe, who can't stop being impeached, can't stop the courts from usurping power, can't stop the media from attacking him, and can't stop the Democrats from investigating on a bunch of hoaxes. That's a really powerful king. But here's Steve Schmidt, gold medal winner in the Dopey Commentator Olympics, telling us how Donald Trump is a king.
The American people in the oldest constitutional republic in the world will have to decide, do we want to have at the head of our country a president, or do we want to have a king? Do we want to have an emperor? Do we want to have somebody who sits above the law? Do we want to have somebody who is unaccountable to the institutions that from the beginning of the country have said that no institution, no person in the country is above the law? That's what we fought a revolution for. And so there's a fundamental question that now sits on the table 11 months before an election. But make no mistake, at the aftermath of this, when he is acquitted, there will never, ever have been an American president with the power that Donald Trump possesses right now in this moment. Not FDR in the Second World War, not Lincoln in the Civil War. No president is as powerful as Donald John Trump in this hour as we get ready to see his acquittal play out.
I just want to warn you. If you have one of those cognitive enhancers supplements around your house, those neuroprotective compounds, the fish oil blends, go put the show on pause and go take it right now, because you will seriously, from listening to it, you are now dumber for having heard Steve Schmidt talk. Steve Schmidt this guy is so dumb that it's like an infectious dumb virus that grows in geometrically. It just expands, and it breaks the contamination zone everywhere Steve Schmidt goes. The only reason I don't use Steve Schmidt's stupidity more often is because, seriously, I need my audience to still maintain their cognitive abilities to follow the show, and I don't want to make you dumber. Go take the neuroprotective compounds right now. You're going to need them. Donald Trump is an emperor more powerful than FDR? You mean FDR that interned the Japanese during World War II? Joe, same FDR, right? There's not another FDR?
Yeah.
Was there a backup FDR that was president? Just checking.
No.
You are the audience referee here.
No, that's one. Yeah,
Okay,
that's what
thank
he's
you.
talking about. Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we're cool.
He's talking about FDR. Joe has to confirm for me.
Yeah, I checked it out. Yeah.
Also, listen, loved Lincoln, but you mean Lincoln who suspended habeas corpus during the Civil War? You mean that Lincoln? I'm just checking. Habeas corpus, of course, what, Latin for bring forth the body? Yeah, you can't just arrest people, throw them into jail, and not bring them before a judge. You mean that Lincoln? Trump's more powerful than him, too. So Trump is more powerful than the habeas corpus suspender and the interner of the Japanese during World War II. These are real quotes from legitimate morons who constantly insist that you're the dumb ones. You're the credulous rubes. You bunch of hayseed idiots. We're all stupid, and they're all geniuses. Let me show you another genius at the Washington Post who still unbelievably claims to be a conservative. She's not. She's a total joke, an embarrassment to opinion writers and opinion folks everywhere. One thing about this woman, this is Jennifer Rubin at the Washington Post. One thing about her, what I find perplexing, she constantly forgets, because she does this all the time when she face plants, she constantly forgets what she tweeted in the past and then tweets the exact opposite view. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of, I'm not kidding, 10 to 20 examples of the hapless Jennifer Rubin at the Washington Post tweeting the exact opposite thing of what she tweeted months ago and telling you again, you're the rubes, you're the bunch of idiots, you Trump supporters. Here it is, Jennifer Rubin, Washington Post, May of 2019. Headline, Joe, Why Iowa is So Important This Time by Jennifer Rubin, opinion writer, Washington Post. Here's Jennifer Rubin, February of 2020. What good are the Iowa caucuses anyway? Jennifer Rubin, February of 2020. She does this all the time. Face plant, every single time. If you Google Jennifer Rubin reverses position, you will see 10 or 20 hysterical Jennifer Rubin complete 180s, 520s, 840 60s. No, I didn't do the math on that. I know I'll get emails on it. Close enough.
You just heard the Dan Bongino Show. You can also get Dan's podcasts on iTunes or SoundCloud. And follow Dan on Twitter 24/7 at DBongino.